Melochim, Perigid Beis Halacha Dalet. When it's ever Chomim Anavim, they did not desire that Chomim Anavim, the days of Yemos Mashiach, the days of Mashiach, loy Kedei Sheyishlatu Kol Ha'olam, not to reign over the entire world, but loy Kedei Sheyerdu your Amim, nor to rule the nations of the non-Jewish nations, loy Kedei Sheyinasu Oisarim Ha'amim, nor that they should be considered majestic above the other nations, nor to eat, drink, etc. Let's see what the Peirush is over here. Not they should eat and drink. They should be able to be free to study Torah and wisdom of Torah, and they'll be able. Nobody who will be interrupting them and causing them not to study, because they won't be the yoke of the other nations. They should merit the world to come. As we mentioned in Hilchos Tshuva, the 9th Perek, Halacha 1 and 2. Now, there he mentions that the reward for the Olam Hazeh, which is promised in the Torah to those who keep the Torah, and the punishment to those who transgress, is not the ultimate reward, because the ultimate reward is in the future. But those who do mitzvahs will receive these goodness in this world, to be able to serve Hashem, learn Torah, and keep its commandments easily so. And therefore, this is what all of the Jewish people yearn for their prophets, the wise sages, to the days of Mashiach, that they will be able to rest from the servitude of the wicked kings that do not allow Jews to sit and learn Torah and mitzvahs, and they'll find peace, and they will have more wisdom, so they should have the world to come. And since in those days there will be more knowledge, more wisdom, and more truth, as it says in Yeshayahu, that the world should be complete with the knowledge of Hashem, like water to water covers. In other words, it's a great depth. And it says, and they will not teach a man his brother, a man his friend, to say, know Hashem, because everyone will know Hashem. It says in Yechezkel, and I will remove your heart of stone from your physical flesh. Melech Mashiach of great wisdom will be greater than that even of Shlomo, and a great prophet close to that of Moshe Rabbeinu, and therefore he'll teach all the people, and he will direct them the way of Hashem, and all the non-Jews will come to hear, as it says in Yeshayahu 2, verse 2, it shall be at the end of days, it will be correct in the hands of Hashem, the mountain of Hashem, the head of on the tips of the mountains, but the main reward, the last one, which has no end to it and nothing missing, is the life in the world to come. And the days of Mashiach is in this world, when the world continues to exist, as the Rambam says, according to his opinion, in the way we live now. Just the rain, R-E-I-G-N, will come back to the people, to the Jewish people, and the Chacham said, and there's no difference between today to the days of Mashiach, only the servitude of non-Jewish kings or republics. We're learning here in Perigid Beis Halacha Hey, final Halacha in Hilchos Melochim, U'boisa Hazman. At that time, there will be no hunger, no war, nor jealousy or competition. That the goodness will be felt very strongly, and everything that's good and desirable will be found just like dirt. Now, the jealousy and the competition comes from the differences that are between one and the man and another, And since everyone will have all they need, there will no be need for jealousy and competition. No war, as it says in Yeshayahu, that nation shall not lift up sword against nation, nor shall they learn war. Like kinnon or jealousy, because it says there as well in 11 verse 13, V'sora kinnos Ephraim, it will go away. The jealousy of Ephraim represents the kingdom of Yisrael that fought with the kingdom of David. And everything will be found like dirt. In Peirush HaMeir in Sanhedrin, the 10th Perik, Rambam states as a source of this from Shabbos 30b that the reason that Yisrael will ultimately give bread and good vessels, that no one will have to work, as it says, everyone will find everything ready, just like somebody who finds something that's ready, and he found his bread or his food cooked, and it continues that the people will do the work of seeding and harvesting. That will be foreign people. It doesn't mean that we won't have to seed if the war continues, and the trees will give forth their produce. It doesn't mean that they will give forth garments size 9, because in the Pasuk it says they'll have to still plow and harvest and seed, but it'll be without effort. That's what it means. Everything will be found like dust, and just like dust is never lacking, so too this feeling, this goodness will be complete. Everyone will be dealing with only trying to comprehend Hashem. Yad HaMelech, a grandson of the Rebbe Yehuda, explains that since in the days of Mashiach there will be no jealousy or competition, there will be no kinnos ish mere'ehu, and the goodness will be so felt so strongly that the one who usually runs after money will not want to do so. And everyone will be clear, one language, equal understanding, only to comprehend Hashem. And therefore they will not be hungry nor thirsty, because they'll be satiated from that which they deal in, because then the satiation will be in their feelings of life. And like Moshe Rabbeinu, the 40 days he was with Hashem, he didn't have to eat or drink, because the physical aspects were also benefiting from the rays that emanated from HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And in Masechet Tainis, dealing with fasts, 11a, it says somebody who sits in fasting, if it bothers him, he's called a sinner. When it doesn't bother him, he's called a kodesh. Meaning that if it doesn't bother him, that shows that his heart is pure, and it didn't become physical to desire until it has become so pure that he needs very little to live with, and therefore he's called kodesh, a holy person. That's the intent. That even that which is supposedly something desirous will be like dust. Not as much as dust, but it doesn't mean anything special to him. He mentions those desirable items. He doesn't say food or drink, because that you need to keep your body going. Because when people will be purified and from all aspects of desire, they'll only want to know Hashem. Therefore, the extra doesn't affect them, and any extras will be like dust that it doesn't. You don't need it. The Gemara tells us that something that cannot be eaten is called dust. So Sameach clarifies that for the great desire. Sameach clarifies, because of the great desire in knowledge to do charity and correctness, they will not feel any benefit from such taste. and there will be nothing to prevent them from serving Hashem. And everyone will only deal with serving Hashem. The Malchus Beis David infers that even the nations of the world will be involved with this, even though they can't learn Torah, only that which has to do with their 7 mitzvahs. And he explains that since that one of the 7 mitzvahs is not to deal with Avodah Zarah, and therefore the knowledge of Hashem they can deal with, and the entire world will not have anything to do, only to know Hashem. Therefore, the Yisrael will be wise men in knowing all that it is hidden. And the Midbar Rabbah says those things which are hidden from the world will be ultimately revealed in the L'Olam Haba. So here the question is whether L'Olam Haba means Yemosei Mashiach or afterwards. He will comprehend God as much as man can do so. Shenamar says in Shayo, Ki Molo is there, says Hashem, that the world will be full of knowledge of Hashem, K'mayim Liyam Machasim, as the water covers water. And Hilchos Tshuva as well, Perek Tes Halacha Beis, he writes of this pasuk, and for other passages that teach us that there will be no evil desire, and one have to teach the other one to knowledge of Hashem, and everyone will comprehend their creators according to their capabilities. Peirush HaMeir explains that today the understanding comes from the strength of that which is composed of the physical and the soul. Therefore, it's not clear. And somebody who goes beyond that which he can comprehend, he'll make a mistake. But when he understands completely what is within his power to understand to its true state, without any mistake, and he will understand that that he would not have been able to achieve it before. In the days of Mashiach, there will be a cleansing of the person that he won't want to gain more than he has to. And he will not go to seek out things that he cannot achieve. And he will not come to any mistake. And he cites in Chagigo, there were 4 Chachomim went into the Pardes, meaning went into Gan Eden, whatever that means. And Elisha ben Avuya was a mistake, and therefore he went beyond his abilities of comprehension, and he became an apostate. And what it says, the world will be full of knowledge, it means that the knowledge will be correct without any question. And it will be like water covers water, just like water covers water. They don't go outside of their borders because they're together. Because HaKadosh Baruch Hu set a barrier for the ocean, and he closed it with which is the sand, which is its doors. So it will be the quality of man that he will not go beyond that which he comprehends in truth, and that's what it means. He shall be complete, like water covers water. The person will not go to seek out things what he cannot do so, comprehend. And Melech further explains, since jealousy, desire, and honor cause a person from having his portion in what he was created, and Hashem gave him the ability that's ready for everyone from the time of creation, and this knowledge is only to know the truth and righteousness, because all of the strengths that HaKadosh Baruch Hu created for man, prepared for man in creation, is only on the pillars of truth. Therefore, the pasuk says, on the days of Mashiach, the world will be full of knowledge of Hashem. They will not cause the strength of man, which God gave him, to be silenced by outside sources, and everyone will be able to utilize this full power to comprehend, and therefore will be full of knowledge. Therefore, even in the general creation, there will be a knowledge that will fill the earth, and everyone will help to shoulder the burden together, only to serve Hashem and to know of His essence. As it says in Bamidbar 14 verse 21, however, by Hashem swears by his living self, I am Hashem, my glory shall fill the entire earth. Here, the words of the Rambam are completed in Yad Chazokah, because Melochim is the last chapter in the Yad Chazokah, and according to the language of the Rambam, we have completed Hilchos Melochim, and this entire Magnus Opus of the Rambam, blessed is he who and said, and there was the world, in its specifics and in its general understanding. And we end the same way we were zeicher to complete Hilchos Melochim. May Hashem give us the chance to complete all the Rambam, because we haven't done all of the prokim. We'll be able to learn Torah and teach Torah, to keep Torah, and to do Torah, mitzvahs. And we will merit soon the trumpet that heralds Mashiach's coming, and we will have that knowledge of the world being full of the understanding of Hashem like water to water. Amen.